they look at it like, and again, I can only speak from what I've heard from them.
Yeah.
But a lot of them come from a place of like, this was a show that it was a different fan base. It was a very aggressive fan base and very
I remember when
taunting.
When I was a teenager, it was like, wasn't it like a bit, like a pest bit to like blow a fucking air horn in like a local news reporter's ear?
No, that was the one that ended that bit actually. They got sued. Yeah.
Says, let's make somebody fucking deaf.
Yeah, it was just about being stupid and getting their name out there.
Yeah.
But when their show ended, people really did split down the middle because it was frustrating for them to see this thing that they love so much gone. Like one day it was there and one day it was gone. And then when Opie and myself didn't go with Anthony, that's when a lot of the anger came out. Like they were angry immediately that we didn't quit.
Yeah, right.
Which contractually we couldn't have. We would have gotten sued by Sirius. And then when we re-upped with Sirius and didn't go with Ant, I always kind of held out a secret hope that there would be some kind of reconciliation. But as time went on, it became apparent that it would not be.
But the thing I don't understand about the side-taking thing is, like, have you never had a group of friends in your life? I mean, anybody I know knows somebody or knows two different people that fucking hate each other.
Sure.
And they can be friends with both of them. And that's like a social dynamic that everyone has to navigate. And then these people just don't understand that.
I think what bothers them is they looked at it like, these guys are very, and I mean, see, these guys meaning me too, are very real people. They tell us how things are for them, and they tell us what life is or how they see life. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, this, as you said, schism, this thing happens, and it's not the way they saw it. They're like, these fucking guys were fake. They didn't tell us that they didn't like each other. Mm-hmm. They acted like everything was okay. To me, I mean, I was there every day, so I saw a lot of it. Yeah. But there were things that came out afterwards that I wasn't even aware of. You know, I didn't know exactly how Opie felt. There were times where he said things were good, and there were times where he said things were bad. So I think the fans, if I'm sitting there and I'm not 100% sure, like there's been a couple things that have happened in the time since the show ended that surprised me.
Yeah.
But then the fans also have to be realistic too. It's like Keith Richards and Mick Jagger really don't like each other.
Yeah. Right.
You know, Kiss didn't like each other for years.
Yeah.
Ozzy and Sabbath didn't get along at one point. It's how it is in a creative collaboration.
Right.
The difference is when you're hearing music, you're not hearing real opinions on a real-time daily basis.
Yeah.
You're not hearing the fucking recording sessions.
Right.
Where they're yelling at each other. So it's just a different dynamic with talk radio, man. Fans get very attached to it. But the only thing that bothers me about the fans' reaction is the way they've kind of turned on the three of us. And it's like, man, we made you laugh for fucking 10 years.
Yeah.
The guys that hated us all along, that's different.
Yeah.
But it's like all of a sudden to have such vitriolic anger towards guys that made you... Like, I've been pissed off at people who I enjoyed, too. Yeah. But I didn't get that vengefully angry at them.
I guess it's kind of like a finding out, like, wrestling is fake sort of thing.
But it wasn't a fake dynamic.
Right.
It was. I mean, what you saw. I mean, we were trying to be funny, and there was a lot of it they saw before it ended too. But yeah, maybe it is along those lines. They just feel deceived to a certain point. But, you know, it's like I have to let more of my personal life hang out than fucking almost anybody in showbiz. Like, what do you want?
Right.
Like, that's what bothers me. It's like, what do you fucking guys want? Like, I've told you more about myself than most performers would have ever told you about themselves. I told you to be funny. I told you in times when there was a slow news day. You know what I mean? I just start spitting shit out.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry if I let you down. What do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Half of you don't even use your real names when you yell at us.
Yeah.
I've told you things that most guys would never have told you.